Good morning dear students, welcome in online classes. My dear students, last day we have discussed about that power and function of the Rajya Sabha. Power and functions of the Rajya Sabha, the presiding officer of the Rajya Sabha, and we also discussed about that working pattern of the Rajya Sabha. Today our topic is advantages of the Lok Sabha and advantages of the Rajya Sabha, and then after we have discussed about that the Union Parliament, what is the power of the Union Parliament. So first we have discussed about that what is the advantage of the Lok Sabha and what is the advantages of the Rajya Sabha. So here we discussed or we study the comparative study about that advantage of the Lok Sabha and advantages of the Rajya Sabha. As you know that Lok Sabha is more powerful in the financial matter. I hope that each and everyone very well know. But many other work and many other type of ordinary bill generally approved by both the house of the parliament. Okay, so in case of ordinary bill, the Lok Sabha and the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha both are equal in case of ordinary bill. Okay, let us see here advantages of the Lok Sabha. House of the people. My dear students, you know very well that the member of the Lok Sabha means MPs elected by the direct election through the common people of our country. So it is known as the House of the People. Yes, definitely it is known as the House of the People because the member of this house means the member of the Lok Sabha directly elected by the common people. So this house is known as the House of People, and each and every regions of our country the representative choose by the common people, and after that the member of the Lok Sabha. So we can say that the Lok Sabha is a mirror of mini India. Yes, generally because all states and each and every parts of our country the people choose their representative through the direct election. Okay, so the member of the Lok Sabha elected by the different people from the different part of our country. So this house is truly say that it is the house of the people, and it is also known as the mirror of the nations. Mirror of the nations. Why we told that? Because each and every representative coming from the different parts of the country. So first advantage, the Rajya Lok Sabha is the house of people, mirror of nations. So first advantage. Second very important advantage is maker of the government. Yes, maker of the government. The member of the Lok Sabha form the government of India. After the general election, the party those who have get the clear majority, president called them, and the leader of the party appointed as a prime minister, and on the advice of the prime minister, the president appointed the cabinet ministers and other council of ministers. Means here very simple word, the maker of the government, the member of the Lok Sabha, मेकर ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. गवर्नमेंट को स्टैब्लिश करना, गवर्नमेंट को बनाने वाले लोग होते हैं कौन? लोकसभा के एमपीज. यस, बिकॉज द मेंबर ऑफ द लोकसभा आफ्टर द जनरल इलेक्शन द पार्टी दोज हु आर गेटिंग द क्लियर मेजॉरिटी द प्रेसिडेंट कॉल हिम, and the leader of the majority party appointed as a prime minister, and on the advice of the prime minister the president appointed the council of minister and also allotted their different portfolio. So this is the second advantage of the Lok Sabha. Means Lok Sabha, the member of the Lok Sabha is known as the maker of the government. We can say the member of the Lok Sabha form the government of the country. After the general elections, the majority party, those who has get the clear majority, president call them, and the majority party leader appointed by the president as a prime minister, and after that, on the advice of the prime ministers, the council of ministers appointed by the prime minister. So this house is very useful and important for the maker of the government. I hope that clear. Second point, may throw out the government. May throw out the government means the council of ministers are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. As you know, the council of ministers collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. If the confidence is loose in the house, then the council of ministers give the resign from their post, and the government dissolved, or the government also forced by the council of ministers to give the resign from their post. So it is also known as the may throw out of the government, because the council of ministers responsible, collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. Just we also discussed in the last previous classes, there are two types of the responsibility, as you know, individual responsibility and collective responsibility. What is individual responsibility? Each and every ministers are responsible to their post. If the no confidence motion is passed any of the individual minister, this is necessary to give the resign from their post. And what is collective responsibility? The whole council of ministry are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. In case of passing the no confidence motion by the parliament, then the member give the resign from their post, and prime minister also give the resign from their post. If the no confidence motion passed, so we can say the collective responsibility is a very important and very active role in the may throw out of the government. Means the government may throw out from their post in case of lose the confidence in the house. Clear? It is a keyword. Lose the confidence is the keyword. Very important words. Many times the students write wrong. So please, if the question is asked, what is the advantage of the Lok Sabha? Then answer is the council of ministers responsible to the Lok Sabha, collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. In case of if the confidence is lost, then the minister give the resign from their post. So may throw out of the government. So advantage. Then after financial power, many times we have discussed about on that topic study, and the day before study we have discussed about that financial power. What is financial power? Actually, each and every type of the money will only introduce into the Lok Sabha. Income, expenditure, budget, general budget, railway budget, these all are prepared by the member of the Lok Sabha. So the money power and the financial matter mostly all students, we can say the Lok Sabha is the more powerful in the matter of the financial matter. Okay, so much more powerful in the financial matter of the Lok Sabha. This is also an advantage of the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha can delay the money bill only for 14 days, but Rajya Sabha has no power. Rajya Sabha has no power in the field of financial matter, especially in the money bill. But Lok Sabha has more powerful into the financial matter, because you know that money will only introduce into the Lok Sabha. Okay, so these are the four important advantages of the Lok Sabha. Now, in other hands, we can see here advantages of the Rajya Sabha. First point, advantages of the Rajya Sabha: revision of the bills, revision of the bill, except the money bill, all type of the ordinary bill, all type of the ordinary bill revised by the Rajya Sabha. It is very important role. It is very important role played by the Rajya Sabha, except the money bill, all ordinary bill revised by the Rajya Sabha. Then what is, how we can say that it is an advantage? If any error, any mistake, or any other type of the problems appear into the bill, then Rajya Sabha delay, Rajya Sabha not approve the bill without reconsideration without solving the problem, without solve the error. So it is also very important to work and function of the Rajya Sabha, revision of the bills, all types of the bill again introduced into the Rajya Sabha, and the Rajya Sabha revise the bill. If any mistake, any problems or any type of the error, those are done by the Lok Sabha, then Rajya Sabha solve the problem. Second, reduce the burden of the Lok Sabha. You know that numerically strength is more than into the Lok Sabha. It is also a very important advantage. More member, you know very well, 552 maximum strength of the Lok Sabha. So numerically strength is the more. Which house? Lok Sabha. And Rajya Sabha is weaker into the numerical strength. So workload and many types of other work and activities going on into the Lok Sabha. So it is also very important the Rajya Sabha reduce the burden of the Lok Sabha, because when the bill again introduced into the Rajya Sabha finally prepare and see that what is the error and what is the problems. So we can say that Rajya Sabha also reduce the burden of Lok Sabha. It is the keywords. If you don't know write about anything, you write only this much in advantage of the Rajya Sabha, then it is also correct. Reduce the burden of Lok Sabha. It is also an advantage of the Rajya Sabha. Next, service of able persons can be secured. Service of able persons. Which able persons? I hope that you know very well. In Rajya Sabha, 12 members. How many members? 12 members nominated by the president. They all are able persons from the different fields, like that someone nominated by the president into the Rajya Sabha by the field of art, by the field of literature, field of social service, and someone nominated by the president field of sports. So these all 12 members are the able persons. They all are the able persons. So service of able persons can be secured into the Rajya Sabha. So this is also an advantage of the Rajya Sabha, because 12 members nominated by the Rajya Sabha from they belong to different fields, like that art, literature, social service and sports. So it is also a very important and advantages of the Rajya Sabha, because due to appointment, due to nomination of the 12 members, the service of able persons can be secured into the Rajya Sabha. Next, Rajya Sabha is also known as the permanent house. Rajya Sabha also known as the permanent house. It is also very important. After 5 years, Lok Sabha dissolved, but Rajya Sabha never dissolved, because Rajya Sabha permanent house. It is also a very important advantage. 1/3 member retire every 2 years, and the vacant seat fulfilled by the new members. So in case of when the Rajya Sabha is dissolved, Lok Sabha is dissolved, then Rajya Sabha never dissolved. So because this house is known as the permanent house, this provides continuity in administration. Rajya Sabha provides the continuity in administrations and policies, because Rajya Sabha known as the permanent house. So Rajya Sabha, this is also a very important advantage of the Rajya Sabha. After the dissolving of the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha continue provide the administrations and the policies for the nations. Then after our next topic is that power of the Union Parliament. But there are so many powers, so many different functions by the Union Parliament. But today we have discussed about that only the legislative power and the financial power. You know very well, our Parliament make the law. Legislature power means to legislate the law. Law making body को ही क्या कहते हैं हम? Legislature. Parliament can make law into the different lists. Which one? There are 3 types of lists in our country. First one known as the union list, second known as the concurrent list, and third known as the state list. How many lists? 3 lists. In their legislative power, the parliament can make law into the union list. Those are mentioned in the 97 subject. How many subject? 97 subject. This is a very important. Many times the questions has come also. How many subject given into the union list? Then your answer is 97 subject. The parliament can make law into the 97 subject. Those are mentioned into the union list. It is the legislative power. It is the first legislative power. The parliament can make law into the union list. How many subject into the union list? 97 subject mentioned into the union list. Clear? How many subject into the union list? 97 subject mentioned into the union list. The parliament has power to make the law. Those subject, those are given into the union list. This is the first legislative power of the union parliament. Clear? Second, concurrent list. This is also very important. In concurrent list, 47 subjects are mentioned. Our parliament and the state legislative assembly both are responsible to make the law for the concurrent list. Our parliament and the state legislative assembly both are power to make the law. Those are mentioned into the concurrent list. How many subjects into the concurrent list? 47 subjects mentioned into the concurrent list. And the third list, those are known as the state list. Total 66 subjects are given into the subject of state list. Subject of state list. The parliament has also power to make the law into the state list, because into the state list, in case of national emergency, in case of any national importance, in case of proclamation of emergency, in case of breakdown of the constitutional machinery, the parliament has power to make the law. Those are mentioned into the state list. In state list, how many subjects? 66 subjects are given into the state list. One more, residuary power. What is residuary power? Very important questions. This is very important. Many times the question asks, what is residuary? What is the residuary power of the parliament? Residuary power means the parliament can make law on any of the subject. Those are not mentioned into any of the 3 lists, like that union list, concurrent list and state list. Means इसके अलावा union list, concurrent list and the state list, the parliament has power to make the law or any of other subject. Those are not mentioned in 3 of the list. This is known as the residuary power. Because this is a very important questions. In case of any doubt, you can ask me through my WhatsApp number. What is residuary power? Residuary power means the parliament has residuary power also. It is a very important line. It can make laws. Those are not mentioned in our 3 list. After that, he can make the law. Means the parliament make the laws on a subject which is not mentioned in any of the 3 lists, in union list, concurrent list and state list. How many subjects in the list? 97. How many subjects in concurrent list? 47. And how many subjects into the state list? 66 subjects are mentioned into the state list. But before that, the parliament having the residuary power, the parliament can make law. Those are not mentioned of any of the 3 lists. It is known as the, what is known? It is known as the residuary power. Then after, ordinance. Ordinance, what is ordinance? You know very well. In previous classes we have discussed. Ordinance means a temporary law. When the parliament is not in session, then the president issues the ordinance, but it is necessary approved by the parliament. Who approved the ordinance? Parliament. The parliament is a temporary law. It is approved by the parliament, and who issued the ordinance? President issued the ordinance. How many times it will be continued? For 6 weeks. Okay, ordinance is a temporary law issued by the president when the parliament is not in session. It is how many times continue powers? Only 6 weeks, and it is necessary to approved by the parliament. So it is also a legislative power of the parliament to approve the ordinances. Clear? Who approved the ordinance? Parliament. It is the power of parliament. Which power? Legislative power. Okay? And who issued the ordinance? President. When the parliament is not in session. After that, next topic, financial power of the parliament. Sorry dear, very long video. I hope that this is a prepare. I hope that 20 or about 20 minutes. This face the problem in down uploading. So please tomorrow we again discuss about that financial power of the parliament. Thank you.